Hi everybody, today we've had quite a few requests on how to fit a 13 amp plug, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you how to connect it up, strip the cable and be safe and not to cut yourselves. So today that's what we're going to do with a 13 amp plug. Okay, so we have two types of 13 amp plug here. We have one where the cable is clamped, which is this one, and the cable goes in through there, and then you tighten the screws up and it clamps it. And then we have the other type where the cable goes into there and it's pushed in and it grips it. You will probably see this one more than the other one, but just to show you that there are two different types, but this is the one we'll be working with I think today. So if you're using an old plug and it's still got the wires in, like I said to you before, don't throw them away because you can use them to measure against a new cable. If it is a new plug and you haven't got that, don't worry about it. End of the day, you can make them 4 or 5 centimeters long and then cut them to suit. So now we're going to strip the cable, and you need to cut it on a piece of scrap wood or a breadboard so you don't cut your table or any furniture or yourself. So once we've got that, we need the knife. What knife you use, a Stanley knife or one of these blades, well, that you can reuse and keep breaking the blades off. So another thing is, wherever possible, always cut away from yourself. So we're going to cut down the cable, like so. Then we can open this up. I haven't cut right down, so I haven't cut into the cores. You can pull it open like so. Then just cut it round, slightly around the edge, like so. So now we've got those 3 cores. So now we're going to make some measurements to get the core lengths correct. So we can thread that through. You want, when you clamp it down, you want the outer plastic just to come through, just to come through just slightly. Okay, so now we're going, that is the blue, which is the neutral, and that will go into there. And there's quite ample cable there, there's no need to cut anything off at all. So that one's okay. The earth, again, the earth curls round okay. So there's ample there, no need to cut that off. The live is a bit long, so we will need to cut some of the brown wire, the live, off, and I think it's about there. So that's where we're going to cut it off, just there. If you haven't got pliers, a pair of decent scissors will just do the same. So now I'll take the wires back out because it's easier, and I'm going to strip them using the pliers, and gently, just slightly put some pressure on there, and then you pull, and there you have it. You can do it with the scissors, again just being gentle, not to cut all the way through, just cutting the plastic there. Or you can do it with a knife. It's not as I prefer prefer you to do it with the scissors or the pliers, because you've got less chance of cutting yourself. So there's 3 different ways there to strip it: pliers, scissors and knife. Preferably pliers, and less chance of cutting yourself. So now we're ready to put the wires into the plug. I suggest at this point you just twist the wires, the copper wires together, just makes them a bit more solid, easy to work with. Like so. Get your plug, and thread your wires in. Okay, right, the pins pull up and out, so it makes it easier. So that one is a blue one, so we can put the blue wire into that pin. Like so. That can go in the socket, like so. The earth pin can come up as well if it makes it easier. Twist the wires together, bend it round, tighten it up. Push the pin down. And same with the live. Okay, it comes up, all comes out as one piece. Push the brown wires in. I can slide back in there now. Tighten it up. Just go around and check all the pins that they're all tight. And there we have the first set of connections. So now we have to secure the outer plastic into the plug so it can't be pulled out. So we can turn the plug over and we can see these 2 screws which are fastened to this clamp. So what we need to do, we need to tighten the clamp up. So as you can see now, it's got hold of the plastic, so it won't pull out. So at this point now, depending what you put your plug on and what it's for, if you put it onto an extension lead, this fuse 13 amp is not a problem. If you put it onto a light, bedside light or any form of lamp, it needs to be 5 amp or less. So we'll just flick this out to have a look. So this fuse here, it says 13A, 13 amp. So for a light fitting, that is too big, it's too large, it needs to be 5 amp. or less. You can buy these from most hardware shops. So if it's for a light fitting, if it's for a light side of the bed, it wants to be 5. If it's an extension lead, it can be the 13 amp. You must remember to change the fuse or check the fuse. So now we need to fit the cap, the top on the cap of the so fit the cap over, turn it over and just fit the screw the screw in. So there you have it, 13 amp fuse done, well secure. You can pull it, it's safe. Hopefully that short video on how to make a 13 amp socket top is helpful. If you have any problems, send us a message, I'm sure we can solve your problem.